the first thing you have to learn when starting to play the guitar is how to tune. Tuning is really important. Normally, if the guitar's in tune, it sounds pretty good. But if I just turn these pegs a little bit so that it's out of tune, and then do the same thing with my hands, it'll sound like this. So tuning is really, really important. And I'm going to show you guys how to do it today using this Snark tuner. It clips on the end of the guitar. They're the tuners that I have in the classroom. If you don't have one of those, you can also download an app that will do a very similar thing. There's all kinds of tuning apps that you can find on the Apple App Store or on the Google Play Store. A couple starting things you gotta know to tune the guitar is you have to know the names of the strings from thickest to thinnest. The string names are E, A, D, G, B, E, from top to bottom. The way we remember that, and make sure that you're holding the guitar correctly with the neck and head pointing towards your left. A phrase we can use to remember that is Eddie ate dynamite, goodbye Eddie. That's one way you can remember the string names. When you pluck the string, the goal is for the tuner to tell you the name of the string that you're plucking. So my first string is E for Eddie, and so when I pluck that, I'll look at my tuner and I want it to say E. Right now it says D sharp, which means I'm gonna have to tighten it up a little bit. And I'm gonna show you guys what the tuner actually looks like in a close-up in a minute here. But first I'll show you, so I got it turned up to E. While tuning, you have to do three things at the same time. Number one, you gotta look at the tuner so that you can keep track of where it's going. Number two, you pluck the string continually and make sure you're not accidentally plucking other strings, because your tuner will pick up the loudest vibration it senses. So number one, look at the tuner. Number two, pluck the string continually. And then number three, you turn the peg while you do that. Let's take a close-up of what that tuner actually looks like. Here's what our tuner looks like close up. It's got this great pivoting head so you can turn it to make sure you can see it clearly. And as you can see, it's picking up vibrations and showing letters because it's actually picking up the vibrations from my voice right now. But as soon as I pluck a string, you'll see it'll tell me the name of the pitch that I'm playing. Again, our first string is E, A, D, G, B, E, all the way down from thick to thin. If your string is out of tune, like this one now is, the way you get it back into tune is you think about the alphabet. The musical alphabet goes from the letter A to G, and then it restarts. So if I'm at C sharp, which is in between C and D, I just need to think about my alphabet, A, B, C, D, E. And I'm trying to get to E, and I'm at C, so what I need to do is do my three things again. Number one, look at the tuner. Number two, pluck the string continually. And then number three, I'm gonna tighten it so that I can go up my musical alphabet, C sharp to D, D to D sharp, and then finally, D sharp to E. And I'm actually not in tune yet. To be perfectly in tune, you want to get it to the blue line at the top. Just like that. And a little pro tip, if your guitar's ever a little bit sharp, to get it perfectly in tune, it's better to actually overshoot it and go under the blue and then tighten it back up to the blue. You always want to tighten it up to being in tune. That'll give you a better, more accurate reading. Next string, so we got Eddie. 8 is our next string, so that's going to be this peg. Be careful that you don't turn the wrong peg. Make sure that the peg you're turning is attached to the string that you're tuning. And the way that we can do that is start at the bottom and trace the string all the way up to the peg to make sure that the peg you're turning is attached to the string you're tuning. So the next string is my Eddie 8, the A string, so I'm going to follow that all the way up to this peg right here. And I'm going to turn that. And probably the easiest way to figure out which way to turn it is just trial and error. But at the top, if you turn it this way, which would be counterclockwise, you're going to tighten the string and go down, I guess down the alphabet, A, B, C, D, E, F. And then down here to tighten it, you need to go this way, which would be, let's see, be the same way if you're looking at it. But from above, it would be clockwise. So up here, it's counterclockwise to tighten it. And down here, if you're looking at it from the top, it'd be clockwise. So like this. So we got Eddie, 8. Let's imagine it was flat, like that. So G, remember our music alphabet goes to G and then restarts. So G, G sharp, A. Next string D, Eddie 8 Dynamite. It's pretty good, but let's imagine it was sharp. D sharp is higher than D, so I'd need to lower it, so loosen it, get down to D. Next string, G. Let's imagine this string was just way out of tune, and I plucked it and it said, let's go even more. Let's say it said D. I need to think about my alphabet and figure out how I'm going to get to G, because that's my goal. So A, B, C, D, E, F, G. So I need to go all the way up that alphabet. So A, B, C, D, tighten it to D sharp. Keep tightening it up to E. Next in the alphabet we have F. And F sharp. Then finally, we're going to get our G on the blue line. Eddie. Dynamite, good. Bye, B's our next one. That one's good, I'm not going to fool with it. And then our last string, let's see, D sharp, so we'll tighten it up. To E. And then to make sure your guitar sounds really good, I recommend you check each string one more time. Make sure it's on the blue. It was a little sharp, that was okay. D's a little flat, tighten it up. See if we can get A right on the blue. It's a little sharp, so we'll tighten up to it. Eddie 8 Dynamite, good. Bye. Eddie. And then it's real smart once you're done tuning to turn off the tuner, save that battery. And that's how you tune the guitar.